In the short video, we will be recreating this animation from Iman Gadzhi. I will go through everything from using AI and generator fill for the image, to animating everything using After Effects. All the assets will be given to you below, so make sure to download it and continue following along. First, let's watch the scene to see exactly what's happening right away. We can see a simple go outline animation with a mouse cursor slowly moving into position. The camera moves to the right, and we have this AI-generated image of a man on his desk viewing directly from the back. A simple email notification animates up from behind the monitors, and obviously the shoe sale template. However, if we look closely, there are a few things that you might have noticed, such as the constant movement during the whole clip. All of this is actually much easier than you think, so let's get started. You can use Midjourney if you have it. But honestly, I found Leonardo AI could be much better, especially for this specific animation. This is the prompt I use. However, you need to make sure Prompt Enhance is turned off and the preset style should be on Cinematic. Try picking one that is modern, clean and simple without too much clutter. We can easily edit and mask each layer in Photoshop. After you have chosen one that you like, you place it into the latest Photoshop version. The reason for this is so we can use AI generate fill to expand image from the left side, as well as mask the layers separately. This is very important because this will allow us to animate the character. Use Quick Selection tool to select the guy sitting down on the chair. Then press Ctrl+J on your keyboard to create a new layer just for him. Now select the original photo and holding Ctrl. Click the top layer and go to Select, Modify, and Expand. Now click Generate Fill. Now hold both layers and press Ctrl+E to merge them together. The next step will take a little bit of time, and adjusting, you will grab your selection tool and try to select the desk and everything on it without the background. Once you have a rough selection, click Select and Mask. If anything miss, you can fix the parts that you've missed. Ctrl+J on your keyboard to separate it. Now go to Select, Modify, Expand. Click Generate. Choose the best variation, then merge both layers together and rename it to BG. We now have the same image separated into 3 layers. Now let's expand the image. You just use the crop tool, expand, and then click Generate. And do not forget to merge the layers together. Finally, save a new copy of the file and name it whatever you like. We will export the entire PSD file into After Effects. Alright, you have done that. The first thing you want to do is create a new composition and make it exactly 14.15 seconds long. Then export the file and make sure you select Retain Composition Sizes. Then go into the pre-composed layer and copy over the files. I'm really sorry, I can't do a voiceover at the moment. Please adjust to the process and follow along with what I'm doing. Now create the shape using the rounded rectangle tool and make it 3D. Every single time you import something or create a new layer, instantly make it 3D. I used the stroke of 5 with a light blue color and I adjusted how around the edges are. Then I duplicated the shape layer and added deep glow, and you can just copy my settings. Feel free to pause the video if you ever need to open up the layer. Click Add Trim Paths, keyframe N to 0. Percent move a little bit further and set it back to 100. Select your keyframe and press F9 to easy ease. Feel free to bring this closer or further if it's animating too fast or too slowly. Now import the shopping cart icon, place the effect, change the color, and set it to white. I also added a glow. Adjust the positioning and finish off by writing the word buy. And doing the same thing, I used Montserrat Medium for the font, and also added a deep glow instead of the regular glow. I will leave that plugin in the description below. You may have also noticed that the background is darker and then it becomes lighter as the camera shifts to the right. To do this, simply create a black solid and keyframe opacity. Remember to make everything 3D to save you the pain. I'll start by importing the Gmail logo. Create a white rounded rectangle tool and place it behind the logo. Once you're happy with how it looks, pre-compose and rename it to Gmail logo. By the way, you run into an issue if you don't see your pre-composed layer. Don't worry, you can fix this by making it 3D and rasterizing it by clicking Rasterizing button. Now use the rounded rectangular tool to make the outer shape. When you're happy with the size, choose linear gradient. Make one white and one in orange SL yellowish color, and use this bar that appears in the middle to adjust the gradient. Mess around with this. I just brought it up and down to get this nice bright gradient. Duplicate the shape. Apply Gaussian blur and deep glow. Once again, adjust the size and the positioning. Place the Gmail logo to the left side. After that, I just added the text, which I don't really need to show you since you know how to do that. I just use Montserrat Medium. You obviously use bold and regular to matching. Once you have completed the adjustments and are happy with how everything looks, you can just pre-compose everything together. Once again, make it 3D and rasterize it to fix the problem. Now hide the layer and let's focus on creating the final animation. The shoe cell template once again to save you from so much pain and headache. Do not forget to make everything 3D when you import it. Turn it into an adjustment layer by pressing here and apply Fastbox Blur. Change the value to 50 and keep the other one at 3. Now reduce the opacity slightly. I decided to add hue and saturation to give it a more grayish look, just like Iman. I reduced the saturation to -50 and lightness to -5. For the last effect, right-click, go to Layer Styles and add Outer Glow. Copy these exact settings. Now it comes to creating these small boxes with the numbers you need to do something different here when you create the shape layer. Make the stroke outline 1 with the color white. Have done that, select all of them, go to the Align tab and press these 2 buttons right here to ensure that the spacing between each square is equal. Finish it off by placing the number in the center of each square. This may take some time adjusting. Let's create all the motion of the scene step by step. Let's start with the email notification. Make sure it's behind the desk and the man and adjust the size. Now let's move his head left and right, select the man, select the puppet tool up top, and create points just like mine. We can move his head without affecting other parts of his body. So what I want you to do is every 2 seconds tilt his head slightly. Once you have done this ease the movement, if you in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that there was always constant movement in his clip. So here's what you'll do. Hide the camera, reveal everything else, take all except the adjustment layer and pre-compose it, name entire animation. Click the 3D icon and rasterize the composition. Next, create position and scale keyframes. You can just copy what I'm doing. The project file is below if you want to get it. If this helped you, please subscribe.